Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn Dinosaurology. Today the Lariosaurus, and after we've done with it, we're going to do stretching. And if you participate in the stretching, then it's better the honors. Now the Lariosaurus, first the picture. Top right. The Lariosaurus, right one here, diving probably down. The Lariosaurus, with its long, streamlined body and tail, was it well designed for life in water? Okay, it had a long and stream-like body. The whole body is like a stream. It can glide good through water. It can swim good. It is well designed for living in water. But the webs on its feet were small and probably not much help for swimming. Okay, I don't really know what webs are, but I think now these are these things between the fingers. If there's here skin between them. And we can see it a little bit by the Lariosaurus. At least. Yeah. Here basically the fingers, and when we can see that between the fingers there's a bit skin. But they are not completely developed, so it's not that good for swimming. But here it's a bit better. But again, I'm not sure what webs are. Now, the webs on its feet were small and probably not much help for swimming. So it was not so good for swimming. But its stream-like and long body and tail were good for swimming. The reptile probably spent most of its time on the seashore or paddling in shallow waters, feeding on small fish and shrimps. Okay, it was living at the coastline, at the shoreline. And it paddled also a bit in shallow water. And it was feeding fish and shrimps. Again, that lived at the shoreline, paddling a bit in the water, eating some fish and shrimps. Now, and that thing was around 60 centimeters long, so that's around that. Okay, the Lariosaurus was around 60 centimeters long, and it had a long and stream-like body and tail, so that it could swim good, or can live good in the water. It had not the best feet for swimming because it had not good webs between the fingers or the toes. But it was not that necessary because it was just a bit paddling at the seashore and eating some fish and shrimps. Now that was the Lariosaurus. Now, if you were here for the Lariosaurus for Dinosaurology, then you can go directly to the next part of Dinosaurology. If you decide to stay and participate in the stretching, then it's better the risk. Go to set a stance, around shoulder width wide apart with the feet, and we're doing forward shoulder circles. We're going back, up, front, and down. Again back, up, front, and down. And now backwards. And now breathe in the shoulders up. And breathe out the shoulders down. Again in the shoulders up. And breathe out the fall down. Again in. And out and fall down. And last time. And out the shoulders down. And now we are doing the upper pucker. Breathe in, lift the arms up. And we all with one hand high pretend to take an apple hanging high on an apple branch and hold a bit up with it. And now we're doing the shift up. Legs wide apart, arms up to a T, we're breathing in. And out in the shifting just with the upper part of the body over to one side. Breathe in against the middle. And breathe out over to the other side. Again in. And out. Again in. And out. Again in. And out, and we're doing on to beneath the buffalo fighting its hanger. We're doing it now. We're breathing in. And out, we're bringing one shoulder in front. In the shoulder back. And out, we have a shoulder in front. And in the shoulder back. and out, shoulder in front. Again, in and shoulder back. And out, shoulder in front. In and shoulder back. And out, and we're hanging down. And breathing it in. And out, go over to one leg. Release it in. Out over to the other leg. Release it in. Out back into the middle. Just release it in. And now we're coming slowly with the round leg up and making it the top backwards, shoulder roll. And now we're doing the column pose. The torso pointing to the outside, and we have an ordinary space between the heels. We're breathing in lift from the outside. And breathe out and we're sinking down. Place your elbows against the inside of the knees. Breathe in and straighten up the back. And breathe out and come with the back up. Breathe in again. And breathe out again down. Again, in straighten up the back. And breathe out again up to the back. Breathe in. And out again down. Breathe in, straighten up the back. And breathe out slowly up in one straight line with the crown of the head first. And now, the seahorse pose. Good standing leg, the other leg with the heel on top of the knee of the standing leg. Breathe in. Do that only if you can do it without touching yourself, and sink down. Let's just get a bit familiar with the names. Lariosaurus. Lariosaurus. The one I'm talking about, Lariosaurus. And the Plasiodus. And also one here in the middle. That one that's a very strong, crushing jaws. And the Dinosaurology on the bottom. The Lariosaurus, that one there, the plant eating one. And the Dinosaurology, the one here, the mammal-like. And we're changing. With the other leg. Sinking again down. Now we have here the Pistosaurus, that very long one, not long. There's the one on top. And the Dinosaurus had we also. What's what I'm doing? Hunting up a creature. 3 meters long. The Dinosaurus. And now we have the Lariosaurus, that's swimming about just 60 centimeters long. And we're right again. And we're ending with trunking our legs wide apart. We're breathing in. And out. Again in. Out. Again in. And out. Again in. Out. And we can cross the legs. And out. That was the stretching. I thank you very much, and until next time.